Right, I want to say hi guys, hi everybody, and welcome again to another video. If I look a little rough, it's because I woke up very late today, and I'm drinking my cup of tea, which I do every morning. And this is a webcam video I'm making for you guys, a webcam video, because this is a topic that I want to talk about, and it's one that I feel I should address. There's various topics. There's so many topics that do come up, like these little mini topics that just pop up where I feel I want to maybe express something or my views and make a video and share what I think, but most of the time I don't bother, because most of the time I think it's a waste of time, and I just focus on being creative, because we all get busy anyway. And when it comes to work or whatever it is we're doing, busy, and then when we get some free time to do something, we may as well create. We may as well do. That's what I feel anyway. So me personally, as I say, I like to focus on my artwork, my animation, my art, anything like that. Creating music, typing up stories. I love to create, and I live to create. Now, talking about creativity, a lot of my inspiration comes from a lot of the stuff that's inspired me growing up, and things that I've experienced in entertainment. So let's talk about that just really quickly, okay? I can sum that up in a fairly small collection of things. Growing up, really, I like to watch all kinds of movies, okay? Mostly martial arts is what I grew up on. I grew up watching old kung fu films, kung fu cinema, whatever you call it, kung fu films of the 1970s. Those movies that people used to make fun of, the dubbed voices, the dubbed English and stuff like that, the old Chinese kung fu films. I grew up watching those, and watching kung fu films in general. And all those great films, then some of the 80s too, and the early 90s, the 70s, 80s and early 90s, anything martial arts, and the Hong Kong kung fu and action films and all of that. And of course, I like other things, like some sci-fi. I love to watch manga, like anime, cartoons, but it depends on what kind. I like a lot of the old ones, but it's I like those. I like some sci-fi movies. I like things like that, dark sci-fi and horror. I like action in general. I'm not really a big one for comedy unless it's a good film, especially today's comedy. A lot of the stuff nowadays is like just dirty, vile trash. I think a lot of the stuff, but but I like comedy. I'm not really into watching like romantic or films like that. Movies that just drag on, and it's just all of it too much. What do you call it? Drama and all that. I like something with some excitement in it, a deep story, but some meat and potatoes in it. And when I say that, I don't mean porn. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I say meat and potatoes, right? Something to drink of tea, man. I'm just waking myself up here. What the fuck? That's good. And no, but basically, so when it comes to things like that, well, something with a bit of action in, or something like that I like. So, but everything definitely, especially with a martial arts theme, I'm very happy that they've brought that Cobra Kai back. It's a TV show based on and starring the original stars from the original Karate Kid movies. So as I was growing up, I was a massive fan of various people like Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Didn't mind Donnie Yen and Sammo Hung. So a lot of the Chinese martial arts stars, and there's quite a lot. There's that what's his name, Wu Jing, and a few different people like that. I grew up watching Chinese martial arts actors and stuff, and I'm a massive fan of Van Damme too. Anything martial arts, so you see what I mean? Even Steven Seagal. Things like that. It was always martial arts all the time. Even Rocky with Stallone, It was always about that, the hero and the story. It was still a martial arts kind of feel to it, you know. And I believe martial arts is such an important thing in life, especially the moral principles in it and everything. It teaches you how you can be a real life hero as such, in just being a humble person. And you're never going to be a superhero, but you're able to, you know, train all of these physical abilities that anyone can train. It doesn't matter what build you are. You can learn some basic self-defense. You can keep healthy and fit. It's deep-rooted stuff. It's very fascinating too. The arts that have got some, you know, history to them, and the moralness of it all. Martial arts, you know, just how to follow nature and be one with nature. What more could you want? There's people in the world that follow excuse me, there's people that follow certain religions, there's people that salute the flag and go out into war for countries, there's people that just go crazy about certain sports they watch and things like that. There's other people that will spend lots of different ways with their lifestyles. There's people that join gangs and take drugs and join gangs, and will just hang out in bars and drink themselves silly. And there's all kinds of things people join and affiliate or connect with. But to me, connecting with nature is the absolute thing. It really is. Even if you say there's a real God in the sky, who knows if there's a God or wherever, but that's all part of nature and reality. So everything we study should be interrelated with reality. It should be reality, right? It's part of reality. Anyway, let me just say what I'm saying. So basically, you know, with me, I'm inspired by a lot of things, and I'm not just one for just entertainment. It's entertainment, but it has to have some good meaning in it. It's like myself, I like a lot of music, as you know. I like all different kinds of music. But sometimes I see, like, especially today's modern shallow world, like, you know, I like for example, I like a lot of different music, right? So I like some rap music and hip hop music sometimes, right? As I say, as well as like the 80s. I love a lot of the 80s music and all that uplifting, fun stuff. But for example, if you look at a lot of today's music, today's modern music, good or bad, I find a lot of it crap. A lot of it's crap, I feel. But there are certain rap songs that I do like, right? But the thing is, sometimes the songs just sound so good and the energy's good in them and the beats, and it's like, yeah. But when you listen to the lyrics, if someone's just shallow, just talking about money all the time, and that's what's shallow. They say the root of all evil, you know, and all this whole idea of money and image and ego, and that is what brings people down. This ignorance of people, and when you hear you know, when you see it in everything nowadays. They're putting movies out, they're putting computer games, movies, music, anything. They're just trying to sell and buy the public, basically. And the people are so stupid to just buy into it. It's just a nation of sellouts, the nation of planet Earth. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like money, image, ego, and who's got more, who's got this, who's that. And it's just fuck this, fuck that, you know. It's fuck yourself, right, more or less. That's what it basically is. Fuck you, fuck me, money, I've got loads, but I deserve more. It's like, everybody's hard done by, but everybody wants more. It's like, what the hell's going on, you know? And then you got people taking drugs, and then you got so much violence in the world. That's the opposite way. So when it comes to, it's the same with art too, and styles and stuff like that. Okay, I've mentioned before, it's okay to like styles and be artistic. Like, if a woman likes to wear a lot of makeup and she wants to look pretty or whatever, you know, fair enough, if she likes it, right, and it's attractive, and if her man loves it, you know, likes the look, or if, you know what I mean, if a man and a woman dress a certain way and they're attracted to how the other one looks, or fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is if someone dresses a certain way, if you like to dye your hair a certain colour, if you want to cover your body in tattoos, have loads of jewellery and chains around your neck, gangster, whatever it is, I mean, look-wise, chains around your neck, 1,000 hats on and hoods up, if you want to wear multicoloured, whatever kinds of clothes you want to wear, if you want to talk in a certain accent, if you want to talk in a certain accent or a certain language, if you have certain hobbies, whatever your lifestyle is. Heck, you may be an alcoholic. There may be good things, there may be bad things. There may be certain things about you, what makes the style, so to speak, about you. All those things are fine. It's just the same as expressing your way of playing music through a violin or whatever the fuck, you know. I'm just saying, right? Expressing yourself. But the point is, expressing yourself. That's what I want to talk about, expressing yourself, just quickly. Expressing yourself. Why do you want to express yourself always? Like there's got to be some kind of motive there that you've got to impress people. Like you've got to dress a certain way, walk a certain way, look a certain way, look like the latest stars or whatever it is, you know. Speak a certain way, do it. You're going to have whatever, plastic surgery, sex change, whatever it is, you know. Spend your money the way others do. You want to buy a fancy car to look like you're an important person. You want to look like someone who's valuable in society, someone who's recognised, someone who's at least not acknowledged, someone who's important in society, meaning someone who's got a lot of money. But money is not everything. Like I've said, you can't live. you could live in a massive mansion with thousands of rooms, right? Thousands of rooms. But you can only sleep on one bed, you can only drink from the one cup, you know, you can only sit on one toilet seat at one time, you can only drive one car at one time, you know what I mean? You can only, how many rooms, how many computers are you going to sit and use at one time, you know? It's like, you can't, all that money is nothing. You just want, all you want to do is just buy these things, or buy impressive things, like, you know, valuable things, designer clothes or whatever it is, things to impress people, so you look like you're someone of power. So what's the power about, by the way? Controlling others? What do you want to own? Do you want to own people? Do you want to own more houses? A house with a swimming pool, a house with 3 swimming pools, because 2's not enough. Maybe 5 cars. You can only drive one at a time. What do you want to have? You know what I mean? And you may be a man who wants to, a man or a woman, you know, who wants to have so much money. You can have anything. Like a man could have so many women, whatever, you know. But it's like, not one of those people are real to you, you know. You may have loads of friends. Whoever you have may have lots of friends, but they're not real friends. They just follow you for your money or for the image that you give. That you give something that you're okay. You're someone that they, you know, give the thumbs up. Well, why? That means they're not real. They wouldn't be fair to you if you was honestly real or poor or whatever. So they're still fake. So you're being fake and lying to yourself. Trying to buy. What do you want? Do you want to own a whole country? Do you want to own the whole world? It's like the song "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" in the 1980s. You know? One of my dad's favourites. But you know, I'm not going to sing it here. But I'm just saying, right? They want to look. What do you want to let you own? Half the universe? Or wouldn't it be enough? You know, it's like, if you had all of that, all you're really trying to buy is other people's attention. Like, as if you don't exist if they're not, you know, if they don't give you their attention. A thumbs up. And you say, well, maybe not you personally, but a lot of people will say, well, yes, you have to be relevant in society, otherwise you can't get by and survive. Believe you and me, okay, believe this. It may be hard, but there are people that think the same way as you, like, who may have, like, you know, interests and stuff like that. That you're not watering your garden, so to speak. You should connect with the people, you know, like-minded people, and you'll always do better at what you are literally interested in and good at. And they say the best things in life are free. I say you don't have to put loads of money, time and energy into terrible things like taking drugs or just going out drinking every night, into buying things to impress others as well, like whatever it be. If you like a certain style, like I say, a look or whatever it is, or how you dress or whatever, things like that as well, or if you want to buy a certain stock car, or if you buy certain technology and apps or whatever it is you put money into, you know, you do it, right? Because you should like it. It shouldn't be because you want to impress others. You're slaving yourself off like nothing, you know, just chucking your money away, wasting money, time and energy. You know that because the times change and things change. Think about the money that's been put in over the years, and then the trends and the fact the trends and what's trendy, that popular changes. People always look, and they're bombarded with stuff on the internet, all this information, things like things just coming up all the time on on the internet or whatever. Hear what critics are saying about the new Star Wars film. This is what the critics are saying about the new Star Wars film. Keep up with the latest from the critics. What do you mean critics? Or I don't care if something's popular or not. Rotten tomatoes, I don't give a fuck if it's rotten bananas. There's things that if I like something, I like it. There's things I like, movies and old movies and games and things that it's got nothing to do with money, it's got nothing to do with other people. Everything is based on your choices in life. Do you know that? Not everything's based on money. It's based on your mind. Your mind is what spends your money. Spending money is like taking a step. If someone asks you for money, so it's like you've got 3 bananas in your hand and someone says, "Hey man, give me one of those," and then you choose to give him it or not. You choose the steps you take. A lot of the stuff is you're controlled in society. You've got to pay for this, pay for that to survive and live a basic living. But a lot of the stuff is shallow. You're just trying to be on the bandwagon. Where are the guys going out? They're going out drinking, hanging out drinking in the bars on a Friday night. Me, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't need to chill out on weed like some of these tough guys out there, as I say, who say that they don't give a fuck and they act tough like gangster and all this, but yet at the same time they're stressed out so much they want to go tripping on some drugs and just chill out. I don't need to chill out. I have a hard enough day. If I've had a hard enough week at work, for example, then when it comes to my resting, relaxing time, good man, I was strong enough, I got through that shit. I do some exercise every morning. I don't need to be around people that have got nothing going for them, no imagination. All they do is badmouth each other, badmouth others, come out with dirty, vile jokes about fucking someone's penis or some disgusting talk, and you fuck this, fuck that, and just dirty sex jokes, and people are high on different drugs or talking about it, and drinks and moaning about society, the far out stuff, and then the things closer to home, but moaning about other people and how they want to get more money and how they want a better career. They've already got their own fucking whatever it is, motorbikes, cars, houses. They've got so many choices of how they can spend that money just falling out of their pockets as they walk down the road. Or people that are hard. I don't need to hear all that shit. Moaning about their families. They've got no integrity for themselves, for anyone around them or their society. I don't need that. I don't need to. I try to motivate or inspire with some positive talk, but a lot of the time, goodness and honesty. It doesn't matter who you are. If I speak like this, people think I'm a stupid, low life, simpleton arsehole. I'm worth nothing. Being humble and nice, that gets you nowhere in society. But I'm not trying to get anywhere in society. You'll always be nobody in other people's worlds. Even you have to be someone who's accepted. I don't want to be someone who's accepted in someone's world. I want to accept myself in my world. That's what I always do, and I'm everything in my world. It's a beautiful place where my imagination is free to do so much. Why would you? It's like having something like. It's like you have a bike that you never ride and you just leave it there on the side, for years. That could have got you to places, you know what I mean? Or an empty box or a bag or an empty USB external drive for your computer. So much space you could store stuff on there, but you never use it. What? I've got one, I'm just saying, right? What the heck, you know what I mean? It's like, so for me, personally, I use my mind. My mind is my life. My mind is a world, basically, waiting to be created in the real. So, I don't have to just see this world and just have to give myself to that and put myself on the side for all these years while I grow old in the physical and then die. I don't literally have to go into this world, walk around and find all of its hardships and all that, because a bird would have trouble living under the sea. You understand what I'm saying to you? A forest animal would have trouble living in a desert. What is your habitat? Find that, that. Who are you? What kind of creature are you? It's like, I don't even know. I'm just trying to say, like, this world's full of shallow people. So it's not just about money, okay, and things like that, and an image. Image of what? You are only trying to be the image of what these blind people want to see, which is themselves. They want you to be like them, and they've got to be like you, and nobody can really find themselves, and they're all lost, and they're kind of looking for themselves in this place where it's just not happening, and the true self was lost, far gone, and if you were true to yourself, you might be rejected in their world. It's like, yeah, you put the football player in a basketball game, he might not do well. If they were to play your game, they wouldn't do well. But it's not about that. It's about how much fun can you have. It's almost like children in a kiddies park with the swings and the climbing frames and the slides. A little boy or a little girl, a little child in a park playing. Maybe there's no friends around, there's nobody. How much fun can that child have? Probably a lot of fun, right? Climbing around and playing, he's imagining he's like in some place, It's like the imagination was running wild, free to explore. You know what I mean? But to be just looking for your place amongst others, don't you find that shallow? So, well, it's just the way things are. Look, I understand, right? You've got to survive in society, and money is what the tool, basically, that we've been given, and we have to, that's how it works, society, right? Just to make things work as such. People dying over money left and right for all different reasons, or lack of, but I'm just saying, right? Yeah, but the thing is, okay, unless you're going to live in the jungles, in the forests, and literal out in the middle of nowhere in Alaska. I saw this documentary about a guy a while back in Alaska, live somewhere out in the cold. He was just living in nature, and he had to go hunting and stuff. Unless you're really doing that and doing your extensive Bear Grylls survival research, unless you're doing whatever, yeah, fair enough. It's hard to live in society. But how hard is it to live in your life, in this one life? If you have a place to live, if you have a roof over your head and you're sitting there, you don't have to waste money on alcohol and smoke and drink and take drugs. You don't have to go out and hang out with people that you don't need those people to like you or accept you as such. To some degree, if you're just working in a job, you've got your job, let's say, you've got money to live, pay for the electric bill, whatever bills you need to pay. You've got a couple of days off, whatever it is. You can always try and change jobs if you can, but I'm saying if you do have that, and there's people that do have extra things, like a car or whatever it might be, to help them get from A to B, this is, you forget the simple things in life. You go into the, because me, I value everything. You don't know anything about my life, right? I value this cup I'm holding here. I was lucky enough to have money to get that. You've got no idea. I value my bath towel, my shower towel drying my body after I have a shower. I value my bed I got here. I value the fucking light bulb above me there. You might think that's ridiculous, right? You just go and buy a light bulb from the store, man. It sounds ridiculous, but believe me, you don't know how it is. If you were poor and dying, you'd have a fucking clue, right? Some people. So sorry to swear, I'm just saying, right? There's more to life than just moaning about everything, right? How much money you spent on this and that, and people. Come on, man. You need to have some kind of interest, some kind of passion. Exercise is good. So for me, martial arts has always been a great thing. So I focus on my martial arts, But it doesn't have to do. You don't have to do everything. You don't even have to pay money to some big gym if you don't want to. I'm just saying, there's information online. You could learn some basic exercise, do some stretching at home. I mean, I do advise people to learn properly if you're learning something, especially like martial arts. But go somewhere. But I'm just saying, right? The basic thing is you can keep yourself healthy and fit. You don't have to eat the most healthy diet per se. Like me, I don't eat the most healthy diet of stuff, but you can do things that are better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can do a bit of exercise. What does it take? If you have enough money, you can connect to the internet. There's so much information out there. You choose. You're driving this vehicle. It's like your mind. Where are you travelling to before you actually travel in the physical? What about your mind? But don't lose your mind. Don't leave yourself in the, in the back. Where are you? Don't leave yourself behind, because you never come back to you. The only place you're going to find yourself is where you are. So you have to come back to yourself. You're walking so far away from yourself to find yourself. So, where do you get your inspiration from? It could be anything. I grew up watching a lot of movies and stuff, cartoons. I love drawing. I've always been into drawing. I studied martial arts, as I say, as I grew up, and it was like that was something I was learning. But I played so many computer games. Okay, my favourite game, computer game series that I played when I was growing up, apart from the Street Fighter series, which I was a massive fan of. But my favourite games were Shenmue, okay, a computer game which was on the Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast, called Shenmue 1 and 2. They've just released, or about to release, the third Shenmue. Okay, and there's like uproar about. Now I'm not going to go into detail. Okay, there's certain things going on, mixed feelings about it with people. But that was an amazing thing. That's inspired everything. Most of the stuff I've, done, my creative stuff that I've done. So Shenmue's a great games series. I also loved the original Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, and I have played through some of the game Twilight Princess too. Zelda, Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda. Okay, so those were good games, and I liked games growing up. Okay, so I like Street Fighter. I like anything by Capcom. So and you had the other ones like the SNK and other ones. But I'm just saying, okay, look, I love my games, I love martial arts, I love animation, I love cartoons, manga, anime. I grew up watching I like the Street Fighter animated Street Fighter 2 animated manga, anime movie. I liked things like that. I liked certain films, Fist of the North Star, the animated TV series from the 1980s, Japanese animated cartoon, Fist of the North Star. These are things that have inspired me, So, but anyway, let me just go back to what I'm saying. Okay, you get your inspiration from whatever it might be, and then use your imagination, and you can be creative. You can type a story, you can write a book, write a novel, write fiction, write short stories, right? I like to do that. You can make comics, you can draw, you can paint, you can get software to do digital art like I like to do, or just on paper. You can take part in activities outside, or do whatever. Get some exercise, do some sport. You can learn a musical instrument, or learn to make music, or make it on the computer like I do. You can take photos, you can take photos and do photo manipulation, editing, different kinds of art or 3D stuff using softwares. We've got things like Photoshop and things like that too. There's simple games making softwares and stuff like that. So much stuff technology wise you could do now. You can get your hands on very cheaply or absolutely free. Most of the stuff I use is free. A lot of the good best softwares I use is free. Okay? You may say you don't have an artistic talent, but I think there's more to people in the mind. It all starts with the mind and then into the physical, into the body, right? As such. So, you can write. Can you do any of these things? Are you into making anything? You can learn more cooking. There must be something more. Go out there and find, or look for information online and try and find what you're interested in. When you're looking at things, don't just look at it. Look and then try to get inspired and think what you might like to do yourself, that would not require someone else's approval or people. Just find something, or necessarily you'd have to do it without other people. There's so many things that you can do in this life to entertain yourself, and that's such a big satisfaction to be able to entertain yourself. Life's got to be entertaining, right? Entertain yourself, okay, without money, or with less money or no money being paid for it at the end, more or less. Okay, if you can do that, see how much you can entertain yourself and fulfill your life without having the need to be approved by other people or other people supporting your money. Just having some passion and creation. I think that's what it is. People have such a small, limited awareness of their own mind that is there, that they don't have that. So they're far from that. So they're just absolutely lost, mindless people, basically. It's like they've left their head in a box and they've stuck a computer, a monitor on top, and they're just walking around. And other people have got the keyboard typing whatever it's going to say on there. It's like you're sticking it's like, I don't even know what to say. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, this video is much longer than it was going to be, okay, and I've actually gone off topic. I started off this video talking about, my passions and my interest, what sort of inspired me, like growing up, like certain movies and games and stuff like that, and cartoons, and my passions. And then I started to go on and ramble about a lot of negative stuff, right? How you see a lot of negative people in life doing things just to impress others, and not knowing who they truly are. They're more bothered about joining a group, like a gang almost. People just trying to find their place in society, wherever they, dress like others, talk like others, walk like others, look like whoever who's got money or some stars or whatever. They want to look like something or some idea that's not even thought through properly anyway. It's just shallow shit. And they go marching on the streets and protesting for their rights, and they're so concerned with their rights, they're not ever going to live a life. It's just unbelievable. Certain things are real, people being oppressed in certain things. But as far as I see it, you got to see what you have and make the most of what you have, and come back to nature. But I was gonna talk about some other things in this video. I'm gonna make another video, okay, and I'm gonna talk about something, okay, in the next video regarding Shenmue, okay, a game called Shenmue, and the third one that's coming out. And I see a lot of, it's supposed to be an I've just seen some people moaning about how the game was backed and people put a lot of money into it. They wanted to get it made, and now they've been betrayed or whatever because it's only being sold through another platform or something. And I've got some thoughts on that, because to me, it's plain and simple. However you want to spend your money, that's up to you. But you wanted to get a game made, and if the game is good, it's good, right? At the end of the day, no one's forcing you. It's that same old thing. You want it, it's like you buy a load of drink, alcohol. You get yourself drunk every night, and you fall down the stairs. I know people, I'm not going to name any names, but I know people that have had accidents and fell downstairs and injured themselves and stuff multiple times, ended up in the hospital with broken bones and stuff. And they feel bad, or the doctor's telling them they got to watch it, and they still do it. The choice is there. You either feel bad but not bad enough. How bad do you need to feel to actually understand what you're doing is wrong? You need death or what? You need to, you know what I mean? Is there nothing in this life that will wake you up and say, look, you're alive no matter what, regardless of whatever else? Stop harming yourself. The world's not out there to always help you and be nice to you either, is it? It's out there's a mean world. So protect yourself, and not only that, value yourself. Don't give yourself shit. Don't talk about what you lose and what you lost and continue losing and continue paying for. Do what you want. Accept as a consequence, and accept whatever you lose in this life, you never lose anything if you still have life, meaning your mind intact and your health in mind and body and sanity. You didn't lose anything. You may lose, sometimes we lose people. People might go from our life, or people die, or different things. We may lose a house, we may lose money, we may lose a lot of money. What's that? Money's nothing in your head. So you may lose things, you may lose people, you may lose a lot of things. But if you don't lose your mind, you're still here. You're in your health, you're here. You can always see, because the whole experience that we have of everything on the external is on the internal. We experience through our feelings and our perception and what we're thinking, right? The happiness. So that's it. And then how do we use tools? Oh no, you have something, you accidentally break it. Well, what do? What can you do? You get more money, buy another one. If you want it, if you like it. Learn and be careful with what you have. But it's like, it's like, if you lose something, what do? You buy another one, if you can. And if you've got money in your hand and you say, well, I don't want to spend this money, well then stop moaning about it. then when you do go to buy something or pay, do you care about it? You shouldn't be thinking about, I'm going to spend, I really want it, but it costs this much. Just fucking shut up. You know what I mean? Just shut the fuck up, man. Just money's nothing. What would you do with that money if you didn't? Is that a good thing? And you say, well, you know, I want to go down the gym, or I want to go and do this exercise, or a recreation centre, but it's like, I can't because it's going to spend so much money, it's going to cost money. And then what are you going to do if you don't go there? What are you going to do with the money? Nothing. Just buy alcohol, just sit around, fat bastard. Sorry, no offence, just drinking beer. Look, and then you say, okay, you don't want to spend the money. How about a win-win all the fucking time? Double win and start doing it, man. Okay, then you just save the money. If you don't want to go down the gym or you can't commit, then do some exercise at home. Cut out the bad habits. Just do some exercise. Do it for free. There's so much stuff you can do for free, or cheaper. You know what I mean? It's like I like to do art. Okay, but you need to. I've got like my hardware on the computer and stuff and software, so I can draw and that. You can have paper also. Paper costs money to draw on paper. Little things like that. But what the hell we're talking about people in this world they've got their own apartments, they've got a car, they pay for petrol, gas, for that. Yeah, I'm talking literally. You don't know what I have to fucking go for. People moaning about certain things, how they got to pay for this, or they were conned in some way, and it's like they've still got enough money to have a dog, feed the dog, they've got a car, they've got kids, or whatever it is, or they've got a normal life. They can choose whether they want to eat at McDonald's or Burger King, whatever the fuck. You know, it's like you're not literally poor. There's places in the world where you've got fuck all. You may turn around and say, well, you're not this or that. Fair enough. And then you've got other complications. Some people are religious, or some people do this, or you know. So many ideas, confusing and conflicting. They've got their minds a total conflicted knot of confusion that they've got no time, no breathing space. You know, there's not no view to see. You know, no vision. Basically, they've got no vision of truth. I want to say thank you for watching this video. Join me in the next video for a small talk about a topic which has been inspired to me based on the latest rantings of fucking Shenmue fans, because I'm a massive Shenmue fan. I guess an amazing computer game series, but fuck me, man, there's some shallow people out there in my opinion. But see me in the next video for that. Thank you for watching this and hearing me out. Okay, lay off the bad habits and lay off following everybody else like you're following up their arsehole. People can keep their opinions where they want them. You're entitled to your opinions, but you don't have to be expressive and acknowledged. Oh, and what about me? I want to be somebody in this world. No, you are you in yourself. If you was the only person living in a cave deep in the forest, and you've got the ability to make it however you want, and you can, you know, I'm just saying, right? Focus on something you enjoy, not the shit. Thanks for watching.